Hey everybody, I'm in black.
And I'm Ender.
And we're going to test out the Spyder MRX today. This is Spyder's premier mag-fed marker. It's actually kind of a half and half.
Yeah, so they're limited edition entry into the milsim market.
It uses a dual loading system, which means you can kind of twist this barrel here, and it'll switch from hopper to mag-fed.
So you can mount both. You'll notice you put the hopper on here and have a mag in the bottom at the same time, and twisting the barrel lets you change the feed port, essentially, the direction back and forth between the two of them.
Alrighty, so we're gonna start off with do some chrono graphing. Here we go. I'm gonna show up the chronograph. Brian's indoors gonna read them off.
Yep.
Okay, yep, go ahead.
273, 261, 269, 269, not bad, 256, 236, 203. The tank's going down.
Yeah. So in average, maybe around 260.
Yeah.
It was pretty consistent at one point. Yeah.
At the beginning, considering it's cold,
Yeah.
and we're running CO2 here.
Yeah.
And she's fresh out of the box. It's not too bad. Okay. So we're gonna do a little shooting test here. Start off with the hopper, and then we'll flip over to the mag and do a few shots on each. All right. So here we go. Pretty consistent from this range. Feel of the shooting is pretty good. Now if we switch over to the dual loading system here.
Magazine, 10 rounds, pretty simple, slide down, and it locks in place. And to engage it, you just switch it back out, and it feeds right back up. Only paintballs, no first strike.
No first strike rounds.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll fire off a few shots here. Now this gun it's shooting really very tightly. It is right out of the box, but it does have actually a pretty nice kind of little kick to it, which is satisfying. Let me get the other mag there. Taking out a mag, pretty typical mag release. They do pop out fairly easily, although the mags themselves, they're a little stiff. We've worked these in a little bit. But yeah, other than that, the feel of the marker when you're shooting is actually pretty satisfying for something that's kind of more on the lower end, maybe the beginning end of markers in general, and milsim markers in particular. It does have actually a pretty chunky feel to it, which is nice.
So there's our test of the Spyder MRX. And next up, what are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about the build quality on this thing and doing some sort of comparisons in price range and in the style of marker that we're talking about here. Basically, do you want this thing or not?
Yeah. So build quality, what do you think?
There's some nice parts. The receiver, main receiver here it seems to be metal. This carry handle is actually a really nice quality. So if you want a $200 carry handle, here's your this is your one to go with. The magazines are sturdy. They're heavy. These are not going to break, I don't think.
Maybe a little over large.
Yeah, a little over large and a little over heavy actually.
Yeah, they're a little heavy for 10 rounds.
But there are some other things about this that are not so great. There's this. I don't understand this cocking handle thing.
It's going to come off, guarantee you.
Like I'm not pulling hard. It just comes off.
That's going to come off. You're going to get lost, and that's it.
Yeah,
it's gone.
It's
forever.
Yeah. There's some other weird things. Like there's on this rubber grip here. There's a space behind this rubber grip. It's minor, but it bugs me.
It's like smushy.
Yeah, it's smushy. There's this stock. I don't understand. This is plastic. This buffer tube is plastic. You can see it wobbling here now. It's held in with this one little screw.
It's held in one screw, so you might break it.
Yeah, this is a piece of junk. Yeah, just to put it bluntly. This here is a little oversized.
It's bulbous. It's awkward.
Also plastic.
Yeah.
But I mean, it feels pretty sturdy. It's on here nicely. I mean, you're not gonna carve score marks in your barrels or anything on a set screw.
The problem with that is you're not getting it off.
No, you're not.
But the barrel's not too bad.
Yeah. The barrel, on the other hand, comes off pretty well.
That's pretty cool.
Quite nicely. That could be very useful, especially considering that this is not a marker with an anti-chop system or low force bolt or anything. I imagine at some point you're going to be breaking paint in this thing, and that's going to become handy. Yeah. The only thing is, if you chop paint, you're in trouble because this doesn't come off, and good luck cleaning the breach through that hole. Yeah. Magazines? Do we want to talk about the magazines?
Yeah, let's talk about the magazines. 10 rounds. They're awfully heavy for what they are. There's no winder. Again, it slides straight down. Nothing special. And the lock on the bottom sucks.
Yeah.
Big time.
It's also actually kind of difficult to kind of get at sometimes. you had gloves on, this could be tricky.
Yeah.
As a milsim marker, as a mag-fed marker, and for the price range, because this is about $200.
Yeah.
MSRP. Just buy a pistol.
I think so. Tiberius, TPX are gonna be around the same price range.
You have a 10-round magazine, but you're carrying that 10-round magazine in a full-size rifle, which is actually quite heavy for what it is. For this.
So pistol, you'll be a run lighter. You'll have about the same amount of rounds, and for Tiberius's, you'll get first strike.
Yeah.
This one,
absolutely.
Just paintballs.
For a beginner marker.
I think it's I actually quite like it for beginner because otherwise you're looking at Bravos, Sierra 1s.
Maybe 98.
Yeah, maybe 98 BT4s.
Yeah,
and in that range, it's not bad because the other ones, they're just basic standard.
Yeah.
You're looking at just hopper fed. Overall, out of our out of box review, what would you give it?
Maybe a 7.
7 point score.
Yeah. 10 maybe, something like that.
Yeah, around there. 7.5.
So that's the MRX from Spyder.
Not bad.
Not bad. And yeah.
That touches it.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Stay tuned for our next video, which is the TGR2.
We'll be talking about the TGR2. We might also have some more juicy play-by-play info for you with the CCM SR1 prototype,
which everybody loves.
Which everyone loves. I'm going to be up at PRZ on the 13th, so that's next weekend, right?
It is next weekend, yes.
For SAS's mag-fed game, and we're going to have the CCM up there.
Sweet.
And hopefully the TGR2. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, we'll see.
So hopefully we'll have some juicy footage for you afterwards.